Good evening. May I first thank the Chief Justice, the Honourable Richard Nile, for his impactful and important speech on one of the most powerful and, yes, polarising technologies of our age. Chief Justice, your remarks for this evening were insightful, considered and timely. It's been a privilege for the Menzies Leadership Foundation to be involved with the Ninian Stephen Law Program Oration, hosted by this university, and CADE. We've greatly valued our broader engagement with CADE through our funding of the Ninian Stephen Emerging Technologies Program over the past 4 years. Our partnership is inspired by our desire to honour Sir Ninian Stephen's legacy, both as a former chair of our foundation and as a leader of extraordinary wisdom, whose life work reminds us of the law's vital role in upholding justice, shaping society, and acting with purpose for greater good. We're indebted to all who helped the Foundation fulfil this commitment to Sir Ninian's legacy, most particularly to the Commonwealth Government under the Prime Ministership of the Honourable Julia Gillard. As the Chief Justice has made clear this evening, we meet at a remarkable juncture in time. AI is transforming our world at astonishing speed. The question is no longer simply, what can AI do, but rather, what will we allow it to do, and more urgently, what will we choose to do with it? For the law, this is not an abstract debate. AI is already reconfiguring the courtroom landscape, as the Chief Justice has observed, touching upon legal research and case citations, as well as evidence gathering, where, as we all know and His Honour observed, we must be alert to deep fake evidence and how conventional assumptions about authenticity of documents will be challenged. As the Chief Justice noted, addressing these risks will require standardised codes of professional conduct. We at the Foundation would hope preferably not fragmented state-based rules, but a national code adopted across all jurisdictions, supported by regulatory and disciplinary authorities to ensure practitioners uphold their principal duty to the courts. However, AI's impact extends well beyond the courtroom to intellectual property, privacy and contract law, and most profoundly into questions of ethical and moral responsibility, areas that cannot be outsourced to engineers alone. AI is evolving almost daily, reshaping the foundations of our legal system, our institutions, and our civil society. This is not a call to resist technology, nor to embrace it blindly. It's a call to take the lead and to do so with international partners, recognising that Australia on its own lacks the scale to be maximally impactful, and to assist that innovation is always guided by transparency, fairness, human dignity and inclusion. That includes bringing social scientists into AI development teams, ensuring that the ethical and human dimensions of technology are never an afterthought. Whilst we must also acknowledge the geopolitical reality that AI now resembles an arms race, one in which few governments will, I suspect, willingly constrain development for fear of falling behind. We must remind ourselves always that the true measure of progress is not technological capability alone, but how that capability serves justice, strengthens democracy, and upholds human dignity. All these ideas underscore the scale of the challenge that confronts us and why Australia must help shape the conditions in which AI develops rather than suffer them. We should also be candid about current limitations, for while AI can work a problem and catalogue issues with breathtaking speed, it struggles with the distinctly human skill of reflexivity, the capacity to reflect on how we are thinking, to examine motive and method as we reason. The human mind is more than a brain. It's informed by body, belief and life experience. Uniquely as humans, we can observe ourselves as we engage with others. We can identify and respond to emotion. Empathy, self-awareness and moral imagination remain uniquely human strengths. These are not mere niceties to preserve at the edge, They must be designed into the systems we build and protected in the models we deploy as a society. The risks are real and present. Heightened surveillance, widened inequality, the automation of decisions that properly require human judgment, and the ceding of practical power to non-sentient systems whose objectives may be at odds with civil society's expectations. Around the world, governments are moving to regulate. Societies are demanding transparency and accountability. The law must help bridge those imperatives. Each and every one of you as lawyers has an obligation to be involved in that task. Our task then is threefold. One, to articulate clear human-centred principles that guide designers, deployers and users of AI. Two, to build workable, testable mechanisms with inbuilt audits, impact assessments and standards that translate principle into practice. And three, to collaborate across disciplines and borders so that Australia's voice is amplified and our values reflected in global norms. If we succeed, AI can be a civic technology, one that enlarges human capability and deepens justice. If we fail, it can become just another accelerant of power, capacity and exclusion. Chief Justice, thank you again for a timely and challenging oration. On behalf of the Menzies Leadership Foundation, the University of Melbourne and CADE, thank you all for being a part of this conversation and for the work that must now follow. Let us ensure that in meeting this challenge, we continue to honour Sir Ninian Stephen's legacy, a vision of law dedicated to justice, to society and to the greater good. Thank you.